Welcome to Laucala Island, a $250 million paradise with luxury villas, 5 high-end restaurants, and a championship golf course. Red Bull co-founder Dietrich Mateschitz, who at the time of writing was worth $24.3 billion, spared no expense transforming Laucala into one of the world's most exclusive luxury resorts. You too can live like a billionaire on this Fijian island for a price. It costs $10,000 to land a private jet here, and a stay in Mateschitz's Hilltop Estate costs $45,000 a night. You can even explore the crystal blue waters in a $1.7 million submarine or a $5 million yacht. So, how about a tour? Laucala Island wasn't always a playground for billionaires. Mateschitz purchased the island in 2003 from Steve Forbes for just $10 million. At the time, it was nothing more than a quaint South Seas island with a coconut plantation and a turn-of-the-century colonial mansion. Mateschitz then spent hundreds of millions building world-class amenities like a 2,000-square-meter lagoon and a stunning 25-meter-long glass infinity pool. Now you can dock your private yacht at the island's jetty and enjoy some libations at the pool bar. That was simply not possible when Forbes owned the island. Mateschitz also built a luxurious leisure center at the heart of the island, complete with a state-of-the-art gym and a specially curated library filled with books about the South Pacific. Of course, getting to Laucala Island is only easy if you have plenty of cash to spare. In addition to the $10,000 landing fee, private jet owners must pay an $8,000 departure fee. If you're a mere millionaire, you'll have to fly in from nearby Nadi in one of Laucala's Beechcraft King Air planes. Staying at Laucala Island is a costly affair. In fact, it's impossible to stay on the island for less than $4,800 a night. For that price, you can rent an exclusive plantation villa with traditional Fijian huts, a private pool, and your very own private garden. Each villa has its own private beach and shoreline, so you can relax on a beach chair and have your personal butler bring you food and drinks. Yes, that's all included in the $4,800 a night price tag. All of the traditional Fijian huts are decked out in a luxurious manner. Coconut husks, palm leaves, and local timber were used to create high-end furnishings fit for a king. Laucala has 25 villas in total, but there's one that's much more luxurious than the rest. Laucala wouldn't be the second most expensive resort in the world if all the villas were just $4,800 a night. For $45,000 a night, you can rent the opulent Hilltop Estate. This is actually Mateschitz's private vacation home, but he rents out the tropical hideaway to other fabulously wealthy individuals as he only stays on Laucala for a few weeks a year. The Hilltop Estate is situated high in the lush green hills and offers amazing panoramic views of the ocean. Many have referred to the Hilltop Estate as a resort within a resort because it has a massive 1,200 square meter main residence and 2 guest houses. Mateschitz's private hilltop mansion has 2 pools, one that overlooks the ocean and a glass infinity pool identical to the one at the center of the resort. The Hilltop Estate also has a private library, hot tub, lounge area, and a secluded turquoise lagoon. If you rent the Hilltop Estate, an entire team of hospitality professionals will wait on you hand and foot 24/7. You'll have access to a butler and nanny. Your private chauffeur can whisk you off to any part of the island via golf cart, and the executive chef can whip up anything your heart desires. You might be thinking, well, I can afford $45,000 a night. Not so fast. You have to stay for at least 4 nights, and Mateschitz must personally approve your application. Multi-billionaires like Oprah Winfrey have even rented out the entire island in the past. If you want to have the entire island to yourself, you'll have to fork over $170,000 a night. There's a lot more to do on Laucala Island than just relax on the beach. The resort has an 18-hole championship golf course that was designed by famed architect David McClay Kidd. The course's 12th hole is particularly challenging. The green extends to the beach, which means your feet will get wet at high tide. But when you're a billionaire, ruining a $600 pair of golf shoes doesn't seem like such a big deal. Laucala Resort has an entire fleet of boats, including an incredibly rare and historic sailing yacht called the Rear Ahi. Guests can traverse the waters along the coast in this $5 million masterpiece, but be careful. The opulent sailing vessel recently underwent a $500,000 restoration. If you want to spend the day game fishing, simply hop aboard the resort's $1 million Riviera open flybridge yacht. The waters of Fiji are filled with marlin, sailfish, and wahoo, so you can spend the entire day reeling in monster catches. If you want to experience a bit of South Pacific culture, you can take a ride in a traditional Fijian sailing boat called a kamakau. If you want a more modern sailing experience, you can hop on a Dragon-class sailing boat. Yachts and sailing boats are cool, but the coolest watercraft at Laucala is the $1.7 million deep flight Super Falcon sub. Laucala Island is the only resort in the world with a submarine, and it might just be the coolest hotel perk of all time. If you're rich enough, you can explore coral reefs and the ocean floor in this incredible submersible. Laucala offers some of the clearest waters in the world, so you'll be able to see sea turtles and tropical fish up close and personal. Riding in a Deep Falcon sub would normally cost $2,000 an hour, but Laucala is all-inclusive, so it won't cost you anything beyond the price of your private villa. Laucala Island is the only resort in the world where you can pretend to be James Bond. If one of the other uber-wealthy guests is using the submarine, don't fret. Laucala has a world-class dive center, so you can spend the day snorkeling or scuba diving instead. Horseback riding is another popular pastime for the island's billionaire visitors, as the resort has a stable of 6 horses. After a long day of exploring the island, you can relax at Laucala's incredible spa. The resort has 4 treatment villas, each with an outdoor tub and relaxation room. You can even pick flowers and herbs at the spa garden and use them to create your own signature perfume. The food on Laucala Island is as good as anything you'd find at a Michelin-starred restaurant in Paris. The resort has an herb garden, vegetable garden, fruit farm, and livestock farm, so you know all the ingredients are fresh. There are 5 restaurants on the island, including the Plantation House restaurant, where you can dine on lobster and A5 Wagyu Angus beef. A meal like that would easily cost you $500 in New York City. The Beach Bar restaurant serves up grilled seafood and traditional Fijian fare like kokoda, a traditional raw fish salad marinated with lemon, chili, and coconuts. The Seagrass restaurant offers world-renowned Asian fare, and the restaurant even has its own jetty. You can float your yacht right up to the restaurant and grab a bite. Think of it as a billionaire's version of a drive-thru. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that Mateschitz owns a $5 million Douglas DC-6B? It's housed at Hangar 7 in Salzburg, Austria, along with Mateschitz's other valuable planes. He owns more than 30 antique aircraft, and they're all operational. It turns out Red Bull really does give you wings. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to this channel for more great videos.